Just on. How's it going? I was looking at your PR, and it looks really good. I really like the beginning where he's kind of reminiscing. That um, we had the most incredibly romantic time. Really nice. That's really nice. But it seems that there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of surprise shooting through the body on pretty much the other lines. I thought we were going to be together forever. Huh, huh. There's some noises in there. Then a week later, she sends me a John Deere letter. There's like four other times where that kind of surprise, sort of disbelief action shudders through his body. And I think that there's, from my perspective, from my point of view, I think there's like two distinct beats. We had the most incredibly romantic time. I thought we were going to be together forever. Stop. New beat. Then a week later, she sends me a John Deere letter. And really, those noises that he makes are kind of an indication that there's a new beat there. There's like a huh, huh. So what I would do, if it was me, would be something like, we had the most incredibly romantic time. I thought we were going to be together forever. Then a week later, she sends me a John Deere letter. I would, you're off in the distance. We had the most incredibly romantic time. And then maybe you kind of internalize, I thought we were going to be together forever. That's the internalizer looking down. I thought we were going to be together forever. Then that's kind of like working in one pose. Then you can the change of your animation is going to be like maybe a lean forward, like I thought we were going to be together forever. Since she sends me a John Deere letter, maybe there's a gesture, and then she sends me a John Deere letter. That way you're not getting all these surprises, and it's kind of more concise, and more internal and direct, and I think that you can really work that. Like right now, you're really working that glass, right? Like this, really nice. But then the hand kind of shoots down. And I think I would really just, really use that transition down the glass as like a slow. We had the most incredibly romantic time. I thought we were going to be together forever. And I know this is just blocking right now, but I think that watch your speed on that. I wouldn't make it too fast. I would really make that hand kind of glide down the glass. I thought we were going to be together forever. But so that's my main note, was that really break it into concise beats and don't kind of repeat the same action over again. No, my other note is that right now at the end he looks directly into camera. Then she sends me a John Deere letter. And I wouldn't do this. It's kind of like a Mel Brooks, it's good to be the king sort of thing. And Bugs Bunny, I think, did it a lot. Or it happened a lot in Warner Brothers. I don't know how well it works for CG. Just from an acting standpoint, if you look at it like if the character is looking at someone off screen and talking to them, then the viewer or the audience or whatever is engaged in the scene, right? They're kind of letting their imagination run wild. They're like, okay, clearly they're talking to someone. Maybe it's the bartender they're talking to. Maybe it's an old friend. Maybe it's a stranger. So the audience is kind of engaged in what's happening. As soon as you look into the camera, you break that. I think it's called the fourth wall, and you're engaging. All of a sudden, the audience is a part of the scene, and maybe they don't. That kind of just feels strange. Like when you make eye contact with the camera, you're making eye contact with the audience, and that has to be. I think that would be best used very sparingly. If I were you, I would kick the eyes off screen just slightly, so that it looks like he's talking to a bartender or somebody at the next stool or something like that. Other than that, I think what you've got is really great. And like I said, I would just work out. I would remove all those actions, and just have it really clear. Have one pose, and then work inside that pose. With the most incredibly romantic time. I thought we were going to be together forever. And then then a week later, you can kind of use those noises as kind of like a puff to get you out of that, and then then a week later, and I would do something like that. So good luck and keep at it, and I will see you around.